Hey everybody, this is that German guy Josh Runquist, and I'm here with Jørgen from the great black and jazz metal band Shining from Norway, who just did a fantastic opening set here at First Avenue, Minneapolis, Minnesota, opening for the Dillinger Escape Plan. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. It was great to be here. It's our first time, and I love the show, so thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, not a problem. I mean, I had to be there as close to front row center as I could, just like jamming out to you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, hearing that you guys were finally coming to Minnesota, there was no way I could pass up seeing you guys.
We haven't been there before, and I hope we'll be back soon. But you never know. It's a big country, and we live on the other side of the world.
Oh, that's very true. So how did this tour come about?
Well, one morning I opened up my computer and I had an email saying, "Do you want to go on tour with Dillinger?" And I said yes. Ever since Miss Machine came out, I've been such a huge fan of Dillinger. That album just blew my mind. I actually kind of considered stopping making music for a day or two because it was so powerful and so like something else, but I didn't stop.
Thankfully.
Yeah. So, but since that, Dillinger has been on my list for of bands that I'd love to do stuff with, either go on tour, make music with, just because I very much respect the band, the music, the band, what they've accomplished, how they've managed to stay true to their identity, uncompromising music. So it's really that easy. I said yes, and we joined the tour, and that's it.
Oh, so very cool. And I'm glad to see it too, because you guys like Dillinger. I mean, you guys like push the boundaries of what music can be, and it all makes sense.
Yeah. I like the lineup. I think personally, I'm not. I'm a little bit. What should I say? I'm not very fond of packages. I mean, I'm not very fond of a lot of bands playing at the same night because it's hard to put together a package, and sometimes it just feels like people think that quantity is better than quality. So I've been a little bit reluctant being part of those kind of things before. But like I said, with Dillinger, I just wanted to do it, and after checking out the other bands, I just feel like it's a nice. The package is a bit varied. While the bands still are kind of relevant to each other, it's heavy music with a twist. So I think it's varied enough, and we're different. No one of these four bands sounds the same. While I've seen other packages where they just lump on like 3 or 4 other bands that try to sound exactly like the main band. So that's that I like,
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, as great of an idea as touring packages are, and like unless you get like a really diverse lineup like this tour is, when you get like 4 bands that sound exactly the same, it gets so tiresome. But by the time the headlining band comes on there, you've already heard 3 bands that sound just like it.
Yeah. So I mean, I like this. It's a fun tour to be on. It works great. The audience, the people who come to see us, they obviously like us. The people who come to see us but have no idea what it is, they seem to, it seems to work with them also. So that's good for us,
Oh, very true. And of course, you guys are touring behind your album that just came out last year, 111, which is a fantastic album to me.
Thank you so much.
I mean, as a fan, I discovered you guys with Black Jazz, and I think 111 is just a great natural progression from Black Jazz.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Well, it is. That's just what it is. It's a natural progression, and we've changed quite a bit throughout the years, and I think I continue to change a bit. Although I'm I'm proud and happy with what we came up with Black Jazz. The name, the idea of that particular blend of jazz and metal with an industrial kind of production. So, I'm in my head. I kind of want to stick around that thing a little bit longer. Just so the new album will. I have no intentions of making a huge change for the next album, but that was the same I thought with 111, and I actually, when that came out, I kind of thought that some people might react to the fact that it was too similar to Black Jazz, but what happened was that most people felt it was pretty different. So there you go. It's not really, I'm not the right guy to kind of judge what I'm doing. I just do what I feel is right, and it becomes what it becomes, So that's yeah. But I'm really looking forward to trying to make this Black Jazz world bigger. Having more music in that kind of genre. It'll be fun.
Oh, very cool. And I'm glad to see that too. I mean, like, you're creating the music that you want to make. I mean, you're not being forced to create music that you don't want to, which is the way an artist should be.
Yeah, there are always a lot of people that have opinions, well-meant opinions, about what they think that you should do, labels, managers, friends, your fans, audience, but I've just learned to. I've seen so many concrete examples of people telling me that I shouldn't do this and shouldn't do that, and then I end up just doing that after all, and it becomes one of the best things we've done, and maybe the most popular things. For instance, I had a friend that I trusted. I have a friend that I still trust, but I asked him about like some thoughts when I was making Black Jazz, because making Black Jazz was a pretty big step. It's pretty different. I had never heard anything like that. It was a bold step. I was hell-bent on making something unique, I kind of had a feeling it was going to be unique, but still it's hard to be sure about what you're doing when you're trying out new stuff. So I asked a friend, and he basically told me that the song Fish Eye, you should just skip that song, and it has become one of our most popular songs. So, and I have lots of those kind of examples. It just proves to me that I just need to follow my heart. So that's what I've done, and that's what I'm gonna do.
That's the only way to be when you're a musician. I mean, if you try writing music for other people, it's going to sound forced, and it's not going to sound natural. And I can hear it in you guys. I mean, from the entire discography, I mean, you're playing the music that you want to at the time, and it's real that way. And that's the way it should be. Yeah. And I say that for the future as well. Follow your heart and make sure you write the music that you want to write. So, along course with Shining, you've done a lot of great guest appearances with other musicians. Is there any plans to do that in the future?
Not any concrete plans, but I love playing with other great musicians. I don't know who you're referring to, but maybe it's like Ishan, Devin Townsend, Marty Friedman. I just did one with Marty Friedman.
I just didn't want to leave anybody out.
So I love doing that, and it's pretty easy for me to do because I have my own studio, and I can just. And I've played sax for a long time, so usually it's a couple of takes and there it is. And I edit it, mix it down, make a suggested mix, with some delays or whatever. Send the dry file. Usually just dry compressed EQ'd file, and send another track, a couple of tracks with the effects that I've used, and then and it's done. It's pretty easy. That's something that I couldn't have done that fast 20 years ago. You know, I mean, you had to rent a huge studio, very expensive equipment, record the tape. It takes a lot of time. Send the fucking tape, you know. I don't know that much about tape, but there was so much shit to do. You had to, you know, sync it up, align this, align that. So that's something that's really cool with the modern technology and with the internet and that kind of stuff. I actually just did a YouTube project kind of with a Brazilian keyboard guy that has a running project for making YouTube clips where he and his kind of band, they live in different cities where they cover, you know, progressive classics. I haven't listened that much to progressive music, like prog music, the old prog music, but so I wouldn't know that much about it. But he wanted me to play a sax solo on a rendition of Beelzebub by Alan Holdsworth and the drummer from King Crimson. I don't remember his name.
Bill Burford?
Yeah. So, and he sent me a video where they had played, and the thing is that you film yourself while you're playing. So he had filmed himself, the guitar player and the bass player done the same, and there was like one spot, guest number 1, black, and you know, just the band, and then something else, and then guest number 2. I was guest number 2. So I did the same. I just recorded some sax, filmed with my phone, sent it over, and he finalized it. And I mean, the recording of it was done pretty quickly. The song was really hard to learn. I mean, it was a weird time signature. But you know, those kind of things are really cool in this age. You know, you can do stuff like that, and I love that. So to get back to your question, if I do get more opportunities to play with people I respect and people I love, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, that is so cool. Getting back to this tour, how did you come up with the set list this time around for this tour?
We have a lot of music, and the set is supposed to be 35 minutes. So there's a lot of songs that we can't play. So we kind of made a set list for the first couple of shows, and we changed it a bit, and we'll probably just change it a bit from time to time when we get bored. But there are like obvious songs that we would want to have in the set, but just haven't been able to get it in, either due to time limit or due to, you know, getting the tempos kind of to work. If you have one song and you have another song that's all sort of like the same tempo but 3 BPM slower, it might not really work that well. It's better to have it the other direction, you know. And so, you know, The Madness and the Damage Done is one of the songs that we'd like to play, but just really haven't had time to figure out a set list where it works, you know. So, but yeah, that's the flip side of playing short sets. It's hard to put together a set list that really reflects the whole band. You know, we're a band with a history, so I would prefer to play 45 minutes at least, because then you can show the kind of authority and the kind of the history that you have. But playing for 35 minutes, and usually we play 1 hour 15. You know? Playing 35 minutes is also pretty fun because you can get in there, do your thing. The people who are there to see you, they get a little bit of what they want, and then when you're done, they want more. And the people who haven't seen you, maybe they like you and they want more. If they're not really sure, you stop before they get bored, you know.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's kind of fun.
I can definitely say tonight you guys put on like one killer set from start to finish.
Yes,
and
thank you.
I was really hoping for it. I didn't see it in the beginning, but I'm glad you guys ended with 21st Century Schizoid Man.
Yeah.
It just felt so perfect to end that way.
Yeah. Well, that we didn't have that one on the first part of the tour, but it's a fun thing to end with. So we just, I mean, it's long, so that's why we didn't have it in there. But we just felt like, shit, let's do that.
Well, I can definitely say it worked out. I saw everybody headbanging along with me too. It was just so cool to see. So what are you guys' plans after this tour?
We hope to, we have a meeting, band meeting, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Our sound engineer doesn't know the difference between PM and AM, so he just wrote a PM AM. And we're gonna try to find some, set some, reserved time for rehearsals and studio time, because we're gonna record, 3-4 new songs. That's the plan. And then I don't know what we're gonna do with those. Maybe release one, maybe release an EP, maybe wait and release an album. I don't know. I just want to get started. So those are I have like 3, 4, 5 kind of songs that I've written. That's the plan. And then we're doing some festivals in Europe in the summer. We're doing a 4 weeks tour in Norway in the fall, and a 3 weeks tour in Europe in the fall. Yeah, we're just like keeping it up.
Well, I'm glad to see it too, because you guys deserve it. Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks.
not a problem. So, is there anything you guys are listening to on this current tour, or just kind of taking a backseat to music?
Nah, I don't listen to anything. I have. It seems I always got stuff to do. Printing out border crossing documents.
Oh yes, you guys have to deal with that tomorrow, don't you?
Yeah. So, but I mean, the other people might listen to stuff. Nobody listens to stuff out in the on speakers. They listen to stuff on their headphones. So we're a quiet band, not on stage, but off the stage we're a quiet band. So I wouldn't know.
Well, sometimes you need that too. I mean, after doing a set like you guys do, sometimes it's just good to just relax and just keep everything for the stage.
Yeah. We don't want any. We don't want any noise. We want it calm and silent in the bus.
Yeah, save it all for the stage. Oh, very cool. So, just to wrap things up here, is there anything else that you'd like to bring up that I've not brought up yet?
No, I mean, the most important thing is that I like this tour. I think it's been great, and I hope it's going to be as good the rest of the tour. It's great to be back in the U.S. With this tour, we're able to play a lot of places that we haven't played, like this place. And, we probably wouldn't have come here if it wasn't for joining another tour, Last time we played in the States, our own tour, we did like New York, I don't know, Montreal, Toronto, Chicago, a couple of places here and there, and LA, and there are some. We have like 5, 6 cities in the U.S. that we've been in that we have that we know that we have a great audience, but this gives us the opportunity to check if there are other places that we have an audience, and I've been surprised some places, so that's good.
Well, I hope this is one of them too. I can see a lot of brand new fans that are definitely a part of it. So, once again, I just gotta say it's been a complete honor to be able to do this interview with you. I've been waiting so long to see you guys, and it just feels so good that I was able to see you guys and do this great interview with you.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you guys have a great rest of the tour, and hope you guys make it back as soon as possible.
Yeah, I hope we'll be back as soon as possible too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so once again, it's been Jørgen from the great black jazz Norwegian band Shining, and this is that drummer guy Josh Runquist. Thank you.